Hello guys, Bud here with Dependable Lawn Care, and I'm doing a follow-up video on this wood splitter that I built in 2015. My father-in-law helped me scavenge and locate parts, and I've explained all this in the original video. We used a boat trailer that we cut down to use as the framework and to make the unit portable. The hydraulic reservoir is actually an air holding tank off of an old farm truck, as well as some of the hydraulic hose and the filter. We purchased the engine and the hydraulic control with the indent on it. It's one of those Predator engines, 301cc gas engine, and I'm telling you guys, that engine has been fantastic. The splitter itself I built out of a piece of red iron I-beam that's a 1/2-inch plate top and bottom, 1/2-inch rib through the middle, and the hydraulic cylinder that we're using is off of an old dozer that I bought off of a gentleman. The cylinder, that is, and then the cutting bit is actually part of the arm that the cylinder was attached to, that ran the down pressure on the blade, I believe. The ram is built out of more of the red iron I-beam, and as you can see, this was one of the plates right here, either the top or the bottom plate, I don't remember. But where the center rib was at, I just cut notches instead of cutting it straight off, and that really helps to grip the piece of firewood. And then same on the cutting edge, instead of making it perfectly straight and clean, you know, I left a lot of kind of the roughness in the blade, and it helps to catch the wood on this side. The pieces that I use for the work surface on both sides are the running boards off of the old farm truck. It was an old silage spreader, so those are just the running boards, but they're perfect for having a spot to set your next piece of wood up on. And as you split the pieces, you know, they fall over onto that, and then if you need to split them again, you can. It saves a lot of bending over, standing up. So the one thing that I failed to do in the original video, I started the unit up and I operated the hydraulics, but I never split any wood. And that was because at the time the camera I was using was my cell phone, and I didn't have a camera stand or anything like that. So what I want to do for you guys, for one, is to just kind of give you an update now that my father-in-law and I both have been using this for 4 years now, almost 5. Split tons of wood. I burn wood to heat my house. He uses wood as supplemental heat and emergency backup heat, so he doesn't burn as much as I do. But between the two of us, I mean, you know, we go through quite a bit of firewood. So, and I split mine up pretty small, as does he. Also splits his pretty small. Because we're both burning indoors, and they burn better if you split it up smaller. So what I want to do for you guys is set the camera up and actually split some wood and just show you the operation of the unit, and show you how smooth it operates and all of that, just to kind of give you a follow-up on the original video. So one of the things that I didn't point out beforehand, but you saw me using it, was we've got two settings. By removing that pin, and the pin was the pin was a bit challenging. I need to spray some WD-40 on it. I don't think it's been moved from that original position probably for most of the last 2 or 3 years, but I cut my firewood fairly short, so that setting is 14.5 inches, and most of my firewood I cut right at 14 inches. And then the back setting is 19.5 inches. And basically all that does is saves you some of the travel distance when you're splitting. So like right now, if I have a 14-inch piece of wood and I drop it in there, you know, it's right at the right length to split that. And I mean, if I move it back to the other position, then I can cut a piece of firewood up to 19.5 inches. So it just depends on how long I've cut the wood as to where I set that, but it just saves you some time, like I said, on the ram traveling back and forth, even though it moves fairly quickly. There you go, guys. I hope that was beneficial, especially for the ones that wanted to see it in action. And it's always good to see something, you know, years down the road, in this case 4 or 5 years down the road, see it running and functioning the way it should and still holding up good. So thanks for watching. Get out there and make some money, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.